The rivalry between these two powerful Greek gods was so intense that it literally split the earth open. The gods of Olympus were no strangers to intense wars over petty issues, like when Hera, Athena, and Poseidon tried to overthrow Zeus, the king of the gods. But the conflict between Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea, escalated pretty fast. From the contest for Athens to the tragic fate of Medusa and the epic battles of the Trojan War, how did Athena and Poseidon end up becoming fierce enemies? Let's find out. Long before Athens became the grand city we know today, it was just a beautiful, untamed land waiting for a divine protector. The region of Attica was ruled by Cecrops, a unique being with the upper body of a man and the tail of a serpent. His city, Cecropia, prospered under his rule. Given its coastal location, the people of Cecropia revered Poseidon, the powerful god of the sea. Eager to have a city dedicated to him, Poseidon visited the city's acropolis. Before the king and the people, he declared, "Name this city after me, Poseidon, and you will have the ocean as your ally. Your people will rule the seas. Rename the city Poseidonia, and you will have my favor." To prove his power, Poseidon struck the ground with his trident, creating a saltwater spring. This spring will guide you before your voyages, ensuring safe travels. At that moment, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, appeared. She also wanted the honor of having a city worship her. Addressing the crowd, she said, "People of Cecropia, if you choose me as your protector, your city will be known for its beauty and wisdom. Arts and sciences will thrive here." Athena then struck the ground with her spear, and an olive tree grew. This tree will provide food and oil, essential for your daily life. The people were amazed by both gifts. King Cecrops, not wanting to anger either god, decided to let the people choose. The men, who relied on the sea, voted for Poseidon, while the women, who valued the olive tree's benefits, voted for Athena. Since there were more women than men, Athena won. Poseidon was furious. He demanded a fight, believing he could easily defeat Athena. Just as they were about to clash, Zeus intervened and took the dispute to the divine council on Mount Olympus. The gods voted, with the male gods supporting Poseidon and the goddesses supporting Athena. Zeus abstained from voting, and Athena won by a single vote. The city was renamed Athens, and a magnificent temple was built for Athena on the Acropolis. Poseidon's wrath didn't end there. He made life difficult for the Athenians by causing trouble at sea. The worried Athenians consulted the Oracle of Delphi, who advised that Poseidon's anger would only subside if the women were punished. Consequently, the women of Athens lost their voting rights. To appease Poseidon, the Athenians built a grand temple for him at Cape Sunion. Satisfied, Poseidon forgave the Athenians, allowing the city to keep his gift. The story marked the beginning of the fierce feud between Athena and Poseidon. There were times where even mortals had to suffer the drastic consequences of their petty fights. Medusa's story is a tragic example of the enmity between Poseidon and Athena. Medusa was a beautiful maiden who served as a priestess in Athena's temple. Her beauty caught the attention of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Poseidon, captivated by her looks, violated her in the sacred temple of Athena. This act of desecration deeply angered Athena. Unfortunately, instead of punishing Poseidon, Athena directed her wrath towards Medusa. She cursed Medusa, transforming her into a gorgon. The curse turned Medusa's beautiful hair into venomous snakes and gave her the power to turn anyone who looked directly at her into stone. That is not all though. Did you know that Poseidon and Athena were on opposite sides during the Trojan War? The Trojan War is a great example of the ongoing feud between Athena and Poseidon. Athena, known for her wisdom and strategic thinking, was a strong supporter of the Greeks. She guided and protected heroes like Odysseus and Achilles, helping them with her clever strategies. Poseidon's role in the war was more complicated. At first, he supported the Greeks because he had a grudge against Troy. This grudge started when King Laomedon of Troy cheated Poseidon and Apollo after they built the city's strong walls. But as the war went on, Poseidon's support for the Greeks became less and less reliable. Unlike Athena, who was always steady and supportive, Poseidon's help was unpredictable. Both gods tried to influence the war to favor their chosen sides, which made their competition even stronger. One key moment was the contest over Achilles' armor. After Achilles died, his armor was to be given to the best Greek hero. Athena supported Odysseus and helped him win the armor over Ajax. This led to Ajax's madness and suicide, showing Athena's influence and Poseidon's indirect involvement, as his son Polyphemus later caused problems for Odysseus on his journey home. Odysseus' long journey home from the Trojan War, as told in Homer's Odyssey, also shows the intense competition between Athena and Poseidon. These two gods were on opposite sides when it came to Odysseus. Poseidon's wrath against Odysseus began when Odysseus blinded his son, the Cyclops Polyphemus. Furious, Poseidon vowed to make Odysseus' return home as difficult as possible. He unleashed storms, caused shipwrecks, and placed countless obstacles in Odysseus' path. This relentless pursuit of vengeance stretched a short trip into a 10-year ordeal, filled with constant danger and despair. Meanwhile, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was Odysseus' staunch ally. She admired his cleverness and bravery, traits that resonated with her own. Throughout his journey, Athena provided critical support. She calmed the seas when Poseidon stirred up storms, offered guidance, and protected him from various perils. Athena's interventions were crucial in helping Odysseus survive the many trials Poseidon threw his way. Athena's support extended to Odysseus' family. She guided his son, Telemachus, helping him grow into a leader, and gave Penelope the wit and strength to fend off suitors during Odysseus' absence. Now, it's not just that the two always clash, but there are huge differences in what they support and how they handle different situations as gods. Just take a look at Gigantomachy, an epic battle between the Olympian gods and the giants. The giants, born from Gaia, aim to overthrow the Olympian gods. In this colossal battle, Athena and Poseidon fought on the same side, but their methods were very different. Athena, known for her strategic brilliance and courage, used her intelligence and skill in combat. She played a crucial role, especially in her battle against the giant Alcyoneos, whom she subdued with the help of Hercules. Athena's calculated strategies were essential to the gods' victory, but Poseidon fought with raw elemental power, using his trident to unleash the force of the seas. His brute strength complemented Athena's strategic moves. Poseidon's approach was direct and forceful, relying on sheer power to overcome the giants. Athena's intelligent and calculated approach to warfare contrasted sharply with Poseidon's brute force, but the two gods were just too different to ever get along. Poseidon's dispute with the river god, Inachus, showed his vengeful nature and rivalry with Athena. When Inachus and his brothers sided with Hera in a land dispute against Poseidon, he cursed their rivers to flow only during the rainy season, severely impacting the region's water supply. But Inachus's decision to side with Hera showed principles of justice and fairness, values closely associated with Athena. This incident underscores Poseidon's harsh retribution and his volatile character, showing how his actions often clashed with the values upheld by Athena. The story of Athena and Arachne is another great example of Athena's strict sense of justice and how it contrasts with Poseidon's character. Arachne was a talented weaver who boasted that her skills were better than Athena's, the goddess of wisdom and crafts. Offended by this arrogance, Athena decided to teach Arachne a lesson. Disguised as an old woman, Athena warned Arachne to be humble and respect the gods, but Arachne refused and challenged Athena to a weaving contest. Athena revealed her true identity and accepted the challenge. During the contest, Athena wove a tapestry showing the glory of the gods and their punishment of mortals who defied them. Arachne depicted the gods' many mistakes and misdeeds. Although Arachne's work was flawless, Athena was furious at its disrespectful content. She tore Arachne's tapestry and struck her down. In shame and despair, Arachne hung herself. Feeling pity, Athena transformed her into a spider, condemning her to weave forever. This myth highlights Athena's commitment to justice and order, punishing Arachne's hubris and disrespect. In contrast, Poseidon often showed leniency or acted impulsively rather than strategically. The story of Athena and Arachne shows the difference between Athena and Poseidon. It's a perfect example of how Athena and Poseidon's fight is reflected in their actions and values. Athena's strict and calculated punishment of Arachne contrasts with Poseidon's often vengeful and impulsive nature, showing their ongoing conflict and differing perspectives on justice and order. And that's the story of how the fight between Athena and Poseidon shaped many events in Greek mythology. If you enjoyed learning about Athena and Poseidon's intense feud, click on the next video to discover more exciting myths from around the world.